What is good, everyone? This is your host, Deanna Radulescu with Label Free Podcast. To live your best life, you must live label free. Super excited. We've got a very cool guest with us today. So sit back, tune in, and listen to the wisdom she's about to drop. She is a naturopath, a yoga, nutritional therapist, fitness professional, karma master, published author, international speaker, and video producer with over 30 years experience in the field of natural health and fitness. Please welcome Dr. Lynn Anderson. Dr. Lynn, thank you for joining us today. You are totally on my wavelength, and I'm so excited for this conversation.
Well, thank you, Deanna. It's wonderful to be here with you.
So as we were talking before we started recording, I really believe in like taking care of yourself. I think it's very important to live a healthy lifestyle. People that I don't think embrace that have a harder time getting on that path than others. So can you tell us about your journey getting into all these incredible things that has allowed you to proactively age?
Well, I go way back to when I was in my 20s. I went back to school as a single mother. I had two children and I was single. And I went back to the University of Maine to finish my undergraduate degree. And I was broke. I mean, I was on welfare. I did not have any money. I was, loans, grants, whatever I could do to get myself through school, because I felt that was really important for me and for my children to complete my education. At the end of that, I had a collapse. It was just, the stress. It was just a total physical, mental, and soulful collapse of everything. And I knew that, I had to get myself back on my feet. I had two kids to support. I had to keep going. So I kind of relied upon my background of growing up in a very rural, I grew up in a little island off the coast of Maine, and we kind of grew up in a very organic and natural and healthy environment. Yeah. And so I kind of relied upon that, and it got me first into the fitness field. I became a fitness instructor, and I found that by exercising, I could manage my stress and manage my digestive issues that I was having, and I was having migraine headaches. And then I began to explore diet. And from there, it just mushroomed, and it was years of just going to school and continuing to put myself on a path where my philosophy was, I always took a look each decade and said, okay, I'm 30. Where do I want to be at 40? And how do I get there? And when I was 40, same thing every decade, so that I knew that I wanted to keep myself healthy and vibrant as long as I could. So that was kind of how my trajectory onto my path.
When you are, you have a series of books and you have some courses that you're creating, correct?
Yes.
And so what is the name of your book?
Well, I have a number of books. They're in a series. It's called the Soul Walking series, and then it's the Naturopathic Health series. So the Soul Walking series is really, that's my baby. That is where I am a karma master, which I have been studying and writing and teaching karma for over 30 years. Wow. And so I begin with the book of karma, and then it leads into the book of prosperity. They dovetail each other. They're all about the path of karma and how to take this particular philosophy, this science, and practically apply it to your life to improve every aspect of your life. So that's one part of it. Then the second part goes into, there is a yoga of nutrition. It's called Annamaya Kosha, which I have studied, and my primary book is about the yoga of eating, because you are what and how you eat. So that is how that series, and that brings in my naturopathic background, because I'm a naturopathic doctor as well as a certified yoga therapist. So I combine the two together.
I love it. I feel like you're such a rare breed these days, whereas, doctors are so quick to just prescribe you medication and just chemicals, and which creates other problems. So it just keeps you on that path of really being sick and like being sick, never really curing the problem. I don't take I don't take any medication for anything. I believe in supplements. I believe in eating a very well-rounded meals, healthy diet, exercise. So but I have a question in regards to karma. You always hear that's bad karma. Can you tell us what karma really means and how people can, maybe like a short version of how they could apply that to their life the proper way?
Right. Good and bad karma is pop culture. Let's put it there. That's pop culture. Karma in its purest sense is cause and effect. If you don't like the effect of something, look to the cause. It's cause and effect. It's all about energy. So if I don't like what's going on in my life, then I need to look at the cause. And
Yeah.
that's really what it is. So it's not that if I did something bad, it's like I tell people, give you an example. If I go out and steal something, right?
Yeah.
And I never get caught, right? I'm
Yeah.
still a thief.
Right. Yeah.
And I'll probably live my life looking over my shoulder. Is someone watching me? You're always living in that anxiety state. So that's my karma.
Yeah.
So it's not that I steal something and then all of a sudden someone steals something from me, but I carried that energy with me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a great example. I used to be into karma. I used to read a lot about it. And I remember there's no such thing as bad karma. And it's
Right.
exactly what you said, the cause and effect. And so I know for a while, this is a long time ago. I knew for a while I started tried to correct people, but they didn't understand what I was saying. So I just said, forget it.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to try. I'm not going to even go down that path. So, how can someone, kind of start get themselves into a pro aging state of mind, no matter where they are in their 30s, 40s, 50s? What would you say would be some good advice with all the knowledge that you have and all these gifts and talents that you have to set them up for success?
Well, we live in a very material world. We live in a very physical world. And so, everybody's concerned about, wrinkles and gray hair and all of that kind of stuff. But really, the essence of proactive aging is vitality. Everything's about vitality and energy. If you have vital energy, you're going to radiate. Your hair's going to be prettier, your skin. I mean, all of that stuff will come together. So we kind of put the cart before the horse.
Yeah.
We're out there looking at this physical stuff where it's really all comes back to what are you doing to your body? You are what and how you eat.
Yeah.
And it all comes down because your body only operates. The only thing that will prevent disease, the only thing that will make your body operate effectively and efficiently is good nutrition. There's nothing else. And that's where we have to come back to, is focusing on not so much the physical, but the soulful. How do I take care of myself and give myself that vital energy?
Yeah, I love that. So you have a workshop that you're working on, right? Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I have one that I'm doing right now. We're about 3 weeks into it. It's once a month for 6 months, and it's on the Wellness Universe where they are hosting it. And that one is it's called Health, and it's you are what and how you eat, and that goes into the whole aspect of the yoga of nutrition. Because yoga is all inclusive. Nothing is left out of yoga. And the nutrition is just as important as the physical and the soulful aspect of it. And it's not a vegetarian diet. It's not any particular kind of diet, but it's really understanding the essence of energy and food and how important it is. So that's one. And then we will be coming out with there will be the new karma course that's coming out. I'm just actually wrapping one of those up, and that will dovetail with the prosperity book, creating a practical guide for people who really want some practical way to be able to deal with the aspects of their life.
Interesting. And how long is that going to be? The same amount of length as the other one?
That will be a 10-week class. 10 week. Yep. An hour each week. Yep.
Oh, that's awesome. And then do you mind sharing the costs for that, or where they can find it? Where can they find them?
What they can do is, because we haven't put all those pieces together yet, but on my website at drlynn.com, doctorlynn.com, there's a couple things they can do. There's a free monthly newsletter, which they can sign up for. Everything's protected. All your emails and everything are protected. I do not give those out at all. And so they can just send me an email and say, hey, I'd like to have more information. I'd like to know something about what you're doing. They also can go there, and I offer on Wednesday and Saturday, I offer online yoga classes. So they can sign up. And if one of your listeners wants to try one of them, send me an email and I'll give them a free comp to come and take a class.
Very cool. You guys, I'm going to put those links in the show notes, so don't hesitate to go reach out to Dr. Lynn and check her out, give her a follow, to get her newsletter. If you're interested in a yoga class, she will give you a free yoga class. What is good, everyone? This is your host, Deanna Radulescu with Label Free Podcast. Live your best life. You must live label free. Can we get a round of applause today? Woo! Today I'm excited to announce Manscaped launched their Ultra Premium Collection. Believe it or not, it's for your not so private parts. I'm talking about a leveled up hygiene routine with your favorite manly scent. And let me tell you something, oh, it smells so good. My man wears this every day. This is an all-in-one skin and hair care kit for the everyday man and covers you from head to toe. Manscaped is trusted below the waist. Now trust them with the rest. Join the 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped by going to manscaped.com and use the code LABELFREE20 for 20% off and free shipping. And enjoy. I did a detox, like a 30-day yoga detox, and it was more around being vegan, but that whole month I did a turmeric tea, drank a lot of turmeric tea, and I used coconut milk and just, a lot, the turmeric and some, oh my gosh, what else did we use? But it was just I felt so great afterwards, because I think we met once a week for the yoga, and we had to talk about how our diet was changing our energy levels and how we felt, and it was just it was a good cleansing. I think that was very, very beneficial for me personally. And I know that a lot of other ladies in the class were not feeling as much joint pain, and they were not feeling as inflamed. So, I think that I think it is all connected.
Well, it all comes back to the yoga of eating, which is you are how and what you eat. That's really affects everything in your body. Everything in your body is determined upon what you put into it. And so what I do with a lot of my clients, because I have private clients too, as a naturopath, and I usually start out by telling them, okay, you can eat anything you want to eat. Yeah. You can eat all the junk you need, anything you want to eat. But first, you got to give the body what it needs. And here's the vitamins and minerals, and here's the nutrients that the body needs to operate effectively and efficiently. Yeah. And then you can eat all the garbage you want. When what happens is once you get eating healthy, you don't eat the garbage. But the number one reason why diets fail is because of deprivation. Because if I tell you you can't have cookies and you can't have cake and you can't have all this stuff, all the can'ts get in there.
Yeah.
And then that salad doesn't look very appealing. But if you can have whatever you want, you just have to take care of the body first. Take care of business, and then you can have whatever you want. You won't be eating that stuff. You'll develop a different kind of palate.
Yeah, that's so true. Well, I mean, my fiance, when I first met him, he was in different shape than what he is now. He's lost like 35 pounds, and now he doesn't want to eat any junk. Whereas before, like pizza all the time, a lot of bread, and now he doesn't want any of that stuff anymore. Of course, we have a pizza here and there, we're like, oh, it's a casual night, we've been eating very healthy. Let's just get a pizza because it's easy and we're just going to chill out and watch TV. So, we do it. We understand balance, but it's funny to see how his palate has changed so much from, where he was when I first met him. And so, yeah.
And you just used a very, very important word, balance.
Yeah.
It's what it's all about. If you balance everything out, you can have pizza one night, have a salad with it. You don't need to eat the whole pizza and then have cheese things with it. You have a pizza, you have a salad with it, you have a glass of wine, you relax, you have a nice dinner, and that's good, but what did you eat during the daytime? Did you eat healthy throughout the daytime? And the Buddha said once you become aware of all of this, you can't help but get on the healthy path.
Yeah.
It's just, that's what it is. It's awareness. And it's also the ability to pull back from all those emotions that get us out of balance, because those are what throw us off. And that's really what karma is. It's really understanding how to become aware of the emotions and the things that we go through in life and how to take that breath and, take a step back.
Yeah, just keep pushing forward.
Yeah.
So as a naturopath, do you take on new clients, or do you just have a set amount of clients that you work with?
I will take on new clients. To work one-on-one with a client, I usually do a consultation, and I have to make sure that the client really, we can work together, because, I practice karma, and I really don't want to work with someone if I can't work with them or they're not ready. If they're ready, then we go for it, and, we map it out however it works for them. You know.
And what would be like your ideal client?
It would be someone who was really in a place where they really wanted to make some constructive changes in their life, not just in their body, but in their mind and in their soul. And they understand that the philosophy of naturopathy is prevention over cure. We don't cure, we don't heal. We teach prevention. And when you understand prevention over cure, and that's your focus, that's a whole different focus than traditional medicine, which is, I'll cure you, I'll give you a drug, which does nothing for your body once you're sick.
Yeah.
So we turn it around the other way. And oftentimes I will have clients that will come to me who I've had a lot of eating disorders that I've worked with. I've worked with people who had drug problems, different issues in their life, and really trying to turn their life around and get it in a positive way.
Now, do you work with people just so if you work about the prevention, do they have to have an issue, or do you work with someone who's about maintaining the prevention of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, maintaining the prevention too. For example, people as they're getting older, because
Yeah.
I am do a lot of stuff in proactive aging. I've developed DVDs and books and been teaching that for years too. So a lot of times it will be women mostly approaching mid-age, and they're looking for sort of that direction.
Yeah.
And so I try to lay down the foundation for them. And the goal is to lay down the foundation and then let them go and be independent of me, not dependent on me, but have the information to go off and be able to create that on their own, because that's what a good teacher does.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I love it because I'm definitely about the prevention, but also about maintaining the prevention,
Hmm.
because I think that there are certain things, certain habits that you have to apply in your life to make sure you are preventing, an illness or disease and, eating the right foods. Do you obviously as a naturopath, you believe in supplementation?
Um, I don't.
Oh, you
And
do
I
not?
will,
Oh,
I do not, and I will tell you why. Supplements, if you do enough research into supplements, the majority of them have nothing but junk in them. And one of the problems with supplements is because they're not FDA approved, they don't have to prove efficacy. That means they don't have to prove they work. I
right.
can sell you anything and I don't have to prove it works. So with that in mind, what I say to people is remember that a supplement is a supplement. It
Hmm.
is not primary. It is supplement. So if you feel that you need to take, and sometimes people do need to supplement, let's say they need to supplement a B vitamin,
Yeah.
especially as people get old, real elderly people. And I have worked with elderly people that need some kind of a supplement because of the dietary issues.
Yeah.
It's a supplement. Let's
Right.
look at the food first. Let's see how you can get it in your food first and then supplement, rather than the way commercial supplements are sold.
Yeah.
Take the supplements and you can eat all the junk you want. It's
Oh,
not.
well, no, definitely not.
Yeah, and you know what? Yeah, and we all see that all the time out there. But I don't myself promote any particular type of supplements. I will look at a supplement if I've had clients come in with bags of supplements, and I will look at them and try to tell them what I think they should maybe be
Sure.
taking and not be taking. But I really emphasize that they don't have to prove efficacy. So be very careful
Yeah.
what you're buying out there. You
Yeah.
know,
What about IV therapy?
what do you mean by IV therapy?
Or the like IV therapy where you can go and get like, all your vitamins through an IV.
Oh, IV. Um,
Like
I
glutathione, which is a great anti-aging.
Yeah, I worked with a traditional doctor, allopathic doctor. He and I worked together, and he was very much in experimenting with that years ago. And people would come in and get the IVs. It all depends. That's something. It's out of my bailiwick. I would not even approach that. What I would say
Yeah.
is go see your doctor and talk to your doctor. I will tell you, however, recent experience, I have an elderly father, and my father, for some reason, we're not sure why, because he does eat pretty good. Was anemic, really anemic,
Yeah.
and he had iron infusion, and he's a different man.
Yeah.
So it's something like that. You really need to talk to your primary physician,
Yeah.
and then maybe work with a nutritionist, I would say, afterwards, to make sure that you follow up on that and that the diet, is implemented.
Yeah. Where can people, again, I know you already plugged your website, can you tell people where they can find you, connect with you, and learn more?
Sure. They can go to drlynn.com, doctorlynn.com. And at the top of my website, you'll see the Facebook icon and Instagram and, Twitter and LinkedIn. I'm on all of them. I have a blog there. So all you have to do is just go to the website and everything's there. You can read about me and my family and everything that I've done and, my life. It's all an open book.
There you go. You guys, again, I'm going to put that link in the show notes, so don't hesitate to reach out. So, Dr. Lynn, this is the point of the show where I like to ask for last words of wisdom or advice. What would you like to leave with the audience today?
What I would say to the audience is just keep a focus on prevention over cure. That's the number one thing in life. Think about preventing. Don't wait until you're ill and then deal with your health. And look at yourself. I mean, the most important thing in your life is your health. You lose your health, your money means nothing. Reason means nothing. Art is nothing. You can't exert any energy. So the most important thing, number one, if you want to be successful at anything in your life, you got to have that vital energy behind you. So pay attention to your health.
Amen to that. Well, Dr. Lynn, it was a pleasure talking with you today and hearing about everything that you do. You brought a lot of wisdom to the show, and I hope that my audience just absorbed it. I hope you guys really took in what she had to say, because health is everything, and it's important to start living a healthy lifestyle now. So if you're interested in anything that she shared, please don't hesitate to reach out or just check her out, one of her books or anything along those lines. So thank you again for being a guest. It was an absolute pleasure.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You guys, this is your host, Deanna Radulescu with Label Free Podcast. Live your best life. You must live label free. Please don't forget to subscribe, follow, rate, review, comment, share, all those good things. And I'll be back soon with more dynamic guests.